between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Day. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Day. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
First down, Winston. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year, that's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First and goal from just inside the 5.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Bucs 5-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they come up now second and goal.
Ready?
Kamara trying again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Winston now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Day. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers. Just 2 for 7 throwing the football. But he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes. And you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st 1st and 10. Day airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one taken in by Olave. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points? I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Day. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Day. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw again. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Day. And in for a Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Slot man moves right. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one goes for 8 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, Winston. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Winston now to throw on first down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 52 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Operating from the gun, Day. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he's going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Back to the air on second down. Day. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. In motion right is Thomas. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. yards to go on second down from the 27. A 10th carry for Kamara. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Yeah, they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
On second and goal, Winston, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Back to throw now on second and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on third and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10.
Buccaneers 14, Saints 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He was brought down by Shaq Barrett.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. A handoff, Fournette running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A first down throw for Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Day. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him.
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Day. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw on 2nd down. Day toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
From the 5-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Day. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Buccaneers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 24.
34. Saints 10.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One last shot now for Winston. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.